Hello, beautiful. Welcome back to Being Whole in Menopause, where we empower women to feel younger and live longer and have healthier lives. I am Coach Andrea, and it is my pleasure to be here to support you in this time of your life. Tell me if you connect with any of these things. Have you ever, out of the blue, just been watching a movie or a commercial and tears just start to flow down your face? And you're like, what is going on? And your spirit becomes very dampened and you're very sad. And it takes you a little bit of time to recover. Have you ever been in the middle of a conversation with someone and then all of a sudden your mind goes totally blank and you can't identify the next word that you were going to say? Or have you ever been in a situation when little things that never bothered you before about individuals who you interact with, it could be family members, it could be co-workers, it can be friends, and out of the blue, you just totally lose it. You go, as the kids used to say back in the day, I'm dating myself. You're just going ballistic. What is going on? Are you going crazy? And a lot of times you think to yourself, am I going crazy? Or I think it was a rap song said, you're going to make me lose my mind up in here, up in here. Are you losing your mind up in here, wherever you are? No, you're not. You're not. So just calm down and know that the things that you're going through is all about the process of perimenopause and menopause. And for some reason, we tend to have more of these mood swings in the perimenopause phase. You still have them in once you hit menopause, but perimenopause, it's just all over the place. Now, for my younger listeners, I know you're sitting there like, wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Don't you get too comfortable, because perimenopause can hit you from anywhere from 7 to 10 years prior to your cycle stopping. So you could be in your mid-30s. Most of the time it hits in the 40s and 50s, but it's not uncommon for you to hit mid-30 and you start to feel some of these things. But guess what? You're not going to be thinking you're losing your mind, because today we're talking about what type of natural remedies can we use to address these mood swings in perimenopause and menopause. Okay, get comfortable, go get your notepad and your pen or your tablets, and let's get ready to take some notes. If you have any sisters or friends that can also benefit from this information, send them a quick text and tell them to hop on and listen to this podcast, because we are about to get into it. I'm excited about today's topic. Why? Because this just plays such a huge role in the menopause, perimenopause world. So what is going on? Why are we experiencing these things? Well, I know you guys are tired of hearing this, but it's all about the hormones. It's all about the estrogen, the progesterone, and the levels fluctuating back and forth. Now, for my ladies who are in perimenopause, you're still getting your cycle. And so when you have your cycle, you experience mood changes. But you're going to know if what you're experiencing is different from that, because the mood swings they're more extreme. Far more extreme. I mean, you get a little depressed sometimes during the menopause part, and sometimes you might get a little emotional, but menopause is just like off the chain. It's so extreme. So you're going to know something is different this time about these shifts in mood that I'm going through. And like I said, it's because your progesterone levels and your estrogen levels, they're declining, and they not at the same levels. And in our brains, you guys, we have several estrogen receptors in the brain. And then there's something called serotonin and dopamine. And those are the hello, get happy, feel good. And so they need the progesterone, because the progesterone kind of like makes everything smooth and mellow. And so when your levels are decreasing, then now the rest of the brain is not understanding how to adjust to all of these shifts with the hormones. That's why we're affected in so many different ways. That's the first reason for the mood swings. The second is because things that we deal with normally, the things that we are dealing with in the 40s and 50s, oh my gosh, it is such a busy time in our lives. I mean, we're managing demanding careers. We're managing families, and we're managing marriages. We're caring now for our parents. There's so many different things that we're trying to juggle, so your stress levels are so out the roof. So that causes problems as well. How do we find that happy median? Don't get worried. All is not lost, because I'm going to give you some simple lifestyle changes that you can make. And I know that some of these work because I use some of these for myself, because I was like crazy, right? But there are things that you can do. There is hope. And so that is why I'm so excited to share this information with you. I had to kind of learn these things as I go. But if you know how to adjust your lifestyle to deal with some of these mood changes that you're experiencing, your life is going to be so much better. And you're going to tell people when you get through this, that was nothing. I don't know why you guys were upset. Nothing. So here we go. The first thing I think is very helpful, and I know that journaling isn't for everyone, but it's so helpful on multiple fronts. Start journaling. I encourage you, because the journaling is going to help you to identify what are those hot spots that are triggering these mood swings. Because it could be multiple front. It could be your sleep patterns. It could be your eating patterns. And we're going to talk about those things, but it could be any of those. So you want to journal. You want to journal everything that you're eating. You want to journal your activities. You want to journal your sleep patterns. You even want to journal, when do you have the brain fog? Does it hit you when you're doing a presentation? Does it hit you when you're trying to discipline the children? When are you hitting these brick walls where you can't identify what you want to say next? So if you journal those things, this is where the journal becomes magic. Because when you have the conversation with your physician, and you need to have a conversation with your physician if you find, the mood swings are unmanageable. But when you're having a conversation with your physician so that he can kind of be able to say, okay, no, I don't know if it's menopause. Maybe it's this. It could be something else. Or yes, this is definitely menopause. Classic case. So you just take your journal with you when you go speak with your physician, and it's going to make that conversation so much easier. And it's going to help you to be more in touch with yourself, because you're going to start to see this only happens when this is happening, when this is happening. And these are the areas that I need to adjust, because we're all different. I'm just telling you things that I know can help, but everybody's body is not the same. So journaling is the first thing that you can do. The second thing that you can do is eating. We have to think about the things that we're putting in our body. The mood swings it's the brain, the changes in the brain. And it's between the brain and the gut. It's the gut-brain connection, you guys. We want to make sure that we're eating foods that are nourishing our brain. So I want you to start doing the omega-3s, the salmon, and eating like a lot of cruciferous vegetables, green leafy vegetables. That's going to help with the gut, because that's going to help with your microbiome. And adding some collagen and protein to your diet, and that's going to help with your hair, because that's going to help with the keratin in your hair. You want to start eating foods that are high in magnesium, because the magnesium is going to help with the sleep. The other thing that you want to do is stop eating certain things. There are certain things that are not going to help you in this situation. I know we love our sugars, but sugar does not love us. It causes so many problems on multiple fronts. You need to adjust the amount of sugar that you're taking in, because you should really limit it to 25 grams of sugar per day. So you don't have to totally eliminate sugar, but you want to do 25 grams or less, because we want to keep those blood sugar levels where they need to be, so that you don't become insulin resistant. Processed foods, not your friend. Sugar, not your friend. We want to really pay attention to when we're eating those items, how much we're eating, and adjust. And then berries and fruit. Most of us like smoothies, right? Because we're going to make this easy. We're not going to make this a hardship. I'm telling you not to eat the sugars. Well, fruit has natural sugar in it, but the berries also are really good for helping with the mood. So if you make you a nice smoothie that has some blueberries and maybe blackberries, raspberries, strawberries, put some chia seeds in there, you're going to have a very healthy smoothie that's going to help you with your mood swings, and it's going to help to attach with that sweet craving that you're having from the sugars, and it's going to taste good. Now, the next change that you can make in order to manage these mood swings, we got to address sleep. Sleep is huge, 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 huge. We can't have this conversation without addressing the sleep. During perimenopause and menopause, oh my gosh, our sleep is so irregular. I have these conversations all the time with my coaching clients. We're waking up in the middle of the night because we're having the night sweats. We're waking up because of the hot flashes. So when you're having these irregular sleep patterns, when you wake up the next day, you're going to be, and you're not going to be able to think, you're just going to be totally, totally off whack. So the brain, the whole body is relying on you getting a nice restful sleep. Your brain can't function if it does not get the right amount of sleep. Your body detoxes itself and regenerates itself at nighttime. And it can't do that if you don't get the right amount of sleep. And so therefore, it's going to make you have these mood swings that you're experiencing. Now, what can we do to improve our sleep? We need to look at our environment. Certain things are conducive to sleep. You need to make sure that the lights are down, or if you can be in a dark environment, that's even better. The temperature, cooler temperatures are more conducive to sleep. Those of you all who like to watch TV and have your computers on, that blue light from the computer is not good. It's interrupting your sleep. So we want computers down. We don't want to have any cell phones going because blue light comes from the cell phones too. And we want to make sure that we're not watching TV. That's why a lot of people recommend that you don't have a television in your bedroom. Those are some of the easy tweaks. Because we're in menopause and perimenopause, you might also want to look at the bedding so that it can be cooler, or you'll get one of those pillows that adds some cooling for the pillow. So those are tweaks that you just look at your environment, make some tweaks in your environment and see how it works. I remember one time I tried something. I thought it was a little silly, but it actually worked. I got one of those face masks that you put on, and it had a gel pad on it. And you guys, it had the best sleep. It's not always big tweaks that you need to make. Sometimes it's little tweaks, and they make all the difference in the world. You do those things, get up the next morning, you will notice that some of those same things that were really making you go a little spastic, you're not going to have all of those issues with the mood swings. Now, let's go to another simple lifestyle change that you can make in order to address these mood swings. All right, I know some of my ladies who don't like to hear this, but exercise. You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. Exercise, really, it's just great. Our bodies love it. But one of the things with exercise, though, is when you exercise your body, you're getting all that stress, out of your system. It calms you down. So if you come to your exercise routine and you're a little agitated, it's going to calm you down. What type of exercise you do, it's totally up to you. It might be just as simple as going for a walk after dinner to just relieve some of that stress. If you like to dance, tell your husband, your boyfriend, let's dance. Let's have a little fun. Making these lifestyle changes does not have to be a hardship. You can have some fun, and you can improve your relationship at the same time that you're improving your mood swings. Just think about what helps you. For me, I love Pilates. So Pilates was my go-to. It was just such a wonderful stress reliever. I felt like a totally different person. After you do your exercise, that's going to help you sleep as well. The next change that I will recommend is aromatherapy. Oh, my goodness, you guys. This one works like a charm. You can send me a tip for this one, all right? Where's my Bath & Body girls? I love Bath & Body, and I love them for their candles. They have the best candles, you guys. So I like specifically the lavender, and they have I think it's peppermint or spearmint. It's in the mint family. It comes in a green candle, but they have others, and I just love it. I burn them together. and it has the most wonderful, soft scent. And all you have to do is sit down in that room, and just the smell just brings your mood down. The other thing that Bath and Body Works can help you with is some of their body washes. They have this orange one. I don't care where my mood is. When I take a shower and I use the orange body wash, just the scent mixed in with the warmth of the shower, it really brings your mood down. Essential oils, same thing. It's going to help to bring your mood down. These changes, ladies, might seem like, I don't know how that can work. But believe me, trust me on this one, they go far and they really help to balance those mood swings that you're having. This is the wonderful time for you to embrace some things that you've kind of been holding back on, and it's finding who you are, experimenting who you are. Menopause actually it's called menopause. It allows you to take a pause. Look at who you are. Look at what works for you, what doesn't work for you, and make some tweaks. It's time for you to embrace who you are. If you wanted to become an artist, go for it. Take a class. Find out if that's something you want to do. That's all for today. I'm going to give you a homework assignment. I gave you several things that you can possibly implement to address your mood swings. Pick one thing, and make a small change. And I want you to comment or DM me and let me know how it worked for you. And then if there's somebody that has something that they are doing to address their mood swings, share. Ladies, this is community. We support one another. That's why we're going to be whole in menopause, because we're going to bring all of that intel together, and we are all going to thrive through menopause and make this thing the best time of our lives. So yes, if there's some things that you've done, please share. Please share. It's been my pleasure to hang out with you today. If you are looking for additional things, I work with my coaching clients on all types of things, such as we discussed today in my program. Go to my website. It's CoachAndreaTolbert.com and check out our program. We have a 12-week Thrive in Menopause program, and it would be my pleasure to help you in no matter where you have a need. So that's all for now. I hope to see you next week. Same place, same time. And please subscribe to the channel and share. We're in this together. All right. Bye for now.